Healing Inherited Fear. 3 Sacred Decrees for Ancestral Healing and Divine Trust. Welcome. This is a sequence of 3 sacred decrees created to support the healing and release of inherited fear. Together, these decrees work to gently transmute frozen memories, dissolve ancestral patterns of fear, and restore your connection to divine trust, inner safety, and spiritual sovereignty. As you listen, there's nothing you need to force or figure out. Simply allow these words to resonate with your heart, your consciousness, and your energetic field. Trust that your soul will receive exactly what is aligned with your highest good, at the perfect pace and in divine right timing. Let's get started. Take a slow, deep breath in. Relax your body. Open your heart. And allow yourself to remember the light that has always lived within you. If it feels right, you can repeat after me in your mind. The first one is the decree for frozen memories. I am aligned with the Creator source of all life, the pure, conscious, and neutral origin of all that is. Within this alignment, I recognize that every experience can be integrated without pain, without punishment, and without remaining imprisoned in time. I am the conscious presence in the now. I am the sovereign authority within my physical, emotional, mental, energetic, and spiritual fields. With clarity and responsibility, I now take full command of my inner process. I activate the presence of Master Saint Germain, guardian of the violet flame of transmutation, mercy, and liberation, to work upon every frozen memory within my field. Every imprint held in place through shock, fear, pain, trauma, or survival. May the violet flame now surround every frozen memory, dissolving its emotional charge, rigidity, and temporal fixation, liberating the consciousness that remained trapped in that moment, without the need to relive, suffer, or react it. I activate the consciousness of Master of Aldebaran to fully protect my field throughout this process, neutralizing all external, internal, and residual interference, dissolving dense attachments, energetic intrusions, and unnecessary reactivations, establishing a strong, protected, and secured field for this liberation. I activate the presence of the Arcturian Master to perform a profound cleansing of all internal records associated with these frozen memories, reorganizing timelines, automatic responses, and unconscious patterns, updating my entire internal system to operate from the present moment with clarity, stability, and coherence. I now decree that every frozen memory within my field is completely transmuted, dissolved, and concluded throughout every dimension of my being, in the past, the present, and all future projections. Everything that needed to be learned has now been integrated. Everything that no longer needs to be carried is now released. All cycles based upon paralysis, emotional freezing, and suspended time are now complete. I update my entire field into a state of flow, conscious presence, inner safety, emotional freedom, and divine alignment. My body, my mind, and my energy return to the natural movement of life. I seal this work across all directions, all timelines, and all dimensions. No frozen memory shall reactivate. No transmuted record shall return to fixation. This process remains stable, integrated, and protected. I give thanks to the Creator Source of all life, to Master Saint Germain, the Master of Aldebaran, and the Arcturian Master, for their precise, ethical, and conscious assistance throughout this process. It is done. It is sealed. I am. Take a deep breath in here. Slow. and slowly exhale. We're going to start the second degree for the liberation of inherited fear and restoration of divine trust. In this sacred moment, I activate the diamond prism of supreme consciousness to illuminate, access, and transmute every memory, imprint, invisible loyalty, and ancestral pattern connected to fear. I acknowledge the fears I have inherited, the fears of my mother, the fears carried by the women of my ancestral lineage, the fears of those who lived through scarcity, insecurity, abandonment, violence, loss, rejection, and survival. I see those who learned that the world was not a safe place. I see those who believed they had to control everything in order to avoid pain. I see those who lived constantly expecting something terrible to happen. I honor their stories. I honor their strength. And I recognize that these fears no longer need to continue through me. Today, with love and respect, I return every fear that does not belong to me. I return the fear of rejection, the fear of abandonment, the fear of loss, the fear of betrayal, the fear of scarcity, the fear of making mistakes, the fear of trusting, the fear of fully living. I understand that control was once an attempt at protection. Resistance was once an attempt at survival. Hypervigilance was once an attempt to create safety. And because of this, I do not fight these parts of myself. I embrace them. I thank them. And I allow them to finally rest. Today, I choose a new internal programming. I choose to remember that life sustains me. I choose to remember that I do not need to predict everything in order to be safe. I choose to remember that the divine presence walks beside me. I choose greater trust. I choose deeper relaxation. I choose to make space for benevolent surprises. I release the need to control what belongs to the natural flow of life. I release the need to carry responsibilities that were never mine. I release the belief that I must remain constantly alert in order to survive. From this moment forward, I update my energetic system to operate through conscious trust. My body learns safety. My heart learns trust. My mind learns peace. My soul remembers who it truly is. I am safe. I am guided. I am supported. I am protected. I am free. And so it is. Take a deep breath in, slow. And slowly exhale. The third and last decree. Is the unified decree of the 4 sacred flames. I am aligned with the Creator source of all life, the conscious, perfect, and ordering origin of all that exists. Within this alignment, I recognize the 4 sacred flames as complementary expressions of divine intelligence, working together for evolution, balance, and sovereignty of consciousness. I am the conscious presence in the now. I am the sovereign authority within my emotional, mental, energetic, and spiritual fields. I now open my field to the integrated, coordinated, and conscious action of the 4 sacred flames. I activate the violet flame to transmute everything that no longer supports my highest truth, releasing outdated patterns, records, memories, emotions, and energies that have already fulfilled their evolutionary purpose. I activate the emerald flame to heal, reorganize, and realign my inner field, restoring coherence between my emotions, mind, energy, and consciousness. I activate the silver flame to neutralize, dissolve, and conclude every residue, vibrational echo, energetic attachment, or activation that no longer needs to remain within my field. I activate the golden flame to fully integrate everything that has been transmuted, healed, and completed, anchoring wisdom, conscious maturity, and spiritual sovereignty. I transmute all that I am not. I heal all that calls for realignment. I complete all that has already fulfilled its purpose. I fully integrate who I am becoming now. My field now operates through truth, conscious neutrality, and spiritual sovereignty. I seal the unified action of the four sacred flames throughout all directions, all timelines, and all dimensions. Nothing shall reopen without conscious awareness. Nothing shall remain beyond its rightful purpose. Everything is fully integrated in divine right timing. It is done. It is sealed. I am. Remember, the true healing begins when we stop fighting who we were and allow the light to reveal who we have always been. Breathe deeply. Trust your journey. Trust your soul. And above all, remember The light does not need to be created. It only needs to be remembered. Until our next journey together, may the light of the Creator Source illuminate every step along your path. I am Raquel from Starseed Holistic Institute. Thank you for allowing me to walk beside you. I am, and so it is. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude.